What's up, guys? It's Connor Steinbrook from Investor Army. We're here with the Acquisto team. We're talking about social media marketing, primarily YouTube, and the power of how to blow a business up with video marketing. It's incredibly important. We're going to talk about how to scale your business. Even though y'all scale it to a level that you're at now, which is impressive, you can take it to the next level with video, and we're going to be talking about that today.
Ooh, can't wait.
Good morning, hello. It is Mike, and we are super happy here to have Connor with us. Hey, thanks a lot for joining us today, Connor. We have some applause for him as he walks in. Thanks. It's been a busy morning and an eventful weekend for you. Is that correct?
It has been.
Holy cow, what the heck? Sometimes you have to sit back and just say thanks.
I agree. So I got T-bone, could have died the other day, and grateful just to be walking. And sometimes it makes you reflect on life, and sometimes we get caught up in business, but we need to be grateful that we're here, and it can end at any second.
So Connor and I have been meeting and working through a bunch of different things in the recent past, and I have realized that he has a lot of things very, very similar to us and to myself in particular that I kind of value about him. So Connor has a really holistic approach to things. He sees things from a different perspective. He doesn't just look at it as a traditional real estate agent. He has just this, it's impressive. And he's approached things from a bunch of different angles and has done things his way, which is important. I talk to you guys all the time in your real estate career about being true to who you are and doing things your way and not doing it somebody else's way, not doing any of that. Be true to who you are and you'll have the most success in that regard. So Connor, tell us all about Investor Army, what that's about, where it started and why, and I'll sit back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to blow through this, guys. I talk incredibly fast, but there's some good teaching lessons here for business owners. And so I went out to school in 2003. I put $20 for fun into a poker site. 8 years later, that's how I made my career. I didn't expect to become a poker player, but that's just what happened. And in 2011, if you remember what happened, the online poker site shut down. And I learned some hard lessons that I had no equity, no residual income stream, and I had one income stream. And that was a very dangerous way to live my life. And so I just kind of waited around for 2 years for the sites to come back. They never came back. And I'd gone out there in the marketplace and talked to some high-level business owners I used to play with, and they made their careers in commercial units, mobile home parks, storage units, something that had a residual income stream to it. So I said, I'm going into real estate. I'm going to buy a bunch of rental properties and get rich like Rich Dad Poor Dad. Failed miserably, went 65 grand debt because I wasn't financeable. I attempted to do what's called wholesaling houses, made every mistake in the book, went 65 grand debt, almost filed bankruptcy, fought it all the way through, did not do it. And the reason I did not was because of video marketing and YouTube. So at the time, Google had just acquired YouTube, and I was one of the first people on Investor Carrot websites, and I started teaching myself internet marketing, search engine optimization, keyword marketing. And I knew video was the key to the future because the communication process, what we're doing right now, is very important. It gives you the nonverbal as well as enthusiasm, tonality of the voice. So I started building private YouTube channels and linking them to the backside of my websites, which forced optimization up. And I built the #1 websites for We Buy Houses Dallas, Sell My House Fast Dallas, and built a business with time and no money, which is important for young entrepreneurs. So you can go from almost bankrupt to on top of the world if you learn this skill set. And this is a skill set that you guys can do with just your effort and your work ethic and the size of your heart. And you don't need money to do it, which is why it's so powerful. You just need your cell phone you're already paying for and these free platforms, and you can change your life.
Yeah, okay. So there was a lot right there. There were like so many nuggets, and I'm not sure which one to even go after first. Wow. All right. So which school did you go to? You mentioned 2003 in school.
Yeah. So I'm a local Plano resident. I went to Huffman, Renner, Shepton, Plano West, and went to OU. I'm a Sooner.
Okay.
And I got a business marketing degree. And I just remember going to college and none of my professors teaching me how to build a business ever ran a business. And so I'm like, why am I here? And so I didn't want to do that. So I actually tried to drop out between my sophomore and junior year because I was making about 5x a month at the time of what I could have made probably getting a job coming out of school at 40 grand because this was back in 2003. And I'm like, why would I do this? And but I finished out out of respect for my family, my parents.
Good choice.
Yeah, it was a smart decision. Never did anything with it, but what if I had to use it going forward? And plus, my parents had put so much money into it, my career or to my education. Plus, it's always good to finish what you start. I went from kindergarten to college. I might as well finish it. Otherwise, I would always regret it. So I did knock out a marketing degree, business marketing degree. But that's kind of, the lineage of how, and I came back here to Dallas. And then I played poker online. I know it's weird, but it wasn't intentful. It just kind of happened. Life sometimes goes that way. And then, just like I said, I ended up in real estate. And
all right.
built my business through video.
So being as sexy as you are, do you think that helps you on YouTube?
Of course.
All right, good. So that's the key. Now, all right.
Well, I've seen some of y'all's agents.
All right. So the hair, does that help? I think you have really aggressive hair. It's aggressive. It like has action, motion. There's something to it.
There's a reason behind it.
There is?
There's a reason behind it. So why does a turkey strut their feathers? So there's underlying biology reasons for why someone would spike their hair up.
Okay.
One, it makes you taller, which is more of a straight position. For two, it shows confidence and self-esteem. And and yeah, I mean, there's reasons why I do it, and it distinguishes me from other people. So it's not just kind of a D-bag thing to do.
All right.
That makes sense.
All right, chat in now if you think Mike should spike his hair. All right. So
I think you love it. I got some gel in the car. You want to try it out?
Oh, all right.
Live on the pod.
I don't know if I can handle all that at once, but that was thanks. I learned a little something there. Everybody has something just a little bit different, and that's pretty cool. So now tell us about your channel specifically and kind of how the evolution of that.
So I'm a full-time real estate investor here in Dallas. I'm also a team leader. I have a few hundred agents in our team. And
well, hang on. So I had to pause down on that. That was crazy. When you say a statement like I have a few hundred agents on my team, and then you glossed over that, that was just just going down the road. That's an extremely impressive thing. You've had impressive growth. We have talked to you specifically about that because I wanted to learn about the technology, the way, the process, and every one of those things. You are a licensed real estate agent.
Correct.
With the state of Texas.
Correct.
And you do work with EXP.
Correct.
And the way we feel about that is we always want to be working with great agents who have great ways to do things.
Right.
And your YouTube-ness is very, very impressive to me.
Thank you.
Specifically related to the real estate industry. And so that's specifically why we're here. But the fact that you're utilizing the same exact technique, right? You're using YouTube.
Correct. And
all of the power that goes along with that for real estate. And you have several hundred agents.
Yeah, so we're scaling our team by almost an agent a day and all across North America through social media. So you guys got to realize people used to write books for credibility. Now you can create a podcast. You can be what we're doing right now. It's essentially your own radio channel with no top-down censorship, nobody to kind of check you on what you say. You run your own business, which is what you're saying at the beginning. You, be real. And then video marketing is essentially you can create your own television channel now, if that makes sense. And the other reason is just branding. So the channel we have right now is getting almost 100,000 views a month. And if you guys know, it's about 25 cents to $1.50 per click. So this could be potentially $50,000 to $100,000 in branding marketing if I was to pay YouTube. And that's why if you look at the way to do video marketing, you can pay for your clicks or you can build an organic reach over time, which is what y'all are doing. And once you build the following, it's an asset going forward. So we have 10 separate income streams just off my Investor Army YouTube channel. So it's a very powerful business tool. And why not help people as well? That's the best way to do things. You can help people and make money doing it. Why not do it? That's kind of the way I see it.
No, extremely, extremely impressive. And just the sheer amount of people, you got there through effort, right? So talk about the important things in growing your channel, like the top couple. We can't dive into all the details, but just hit some highlights.
Yeah, so guys, if you're going to do this, you need to invest into the backside, understanding the algorithm and understanding how videos rank, because the quality of the video is important. It's for retention purposes. But if nobody finds your channel, nobody clicks on your videos, it doesn't matter how good your video is. So you need to be looking at how to use playlists and cards and tagging and go back in the back office. I promise you, it is not that much to learn. It's the perceived difficulty that's a lot to learn, which is why y'all don't do it. You open up that back office analytics and you see all these numbers, all these things you don't understand. You know how you understand them? You spend a little time learning how to understand them. It's going to change your career if you do, because it's not as difficult as I think people think. And I think that's why people avoid these platforms. They think it's going to take them a lot more time, and we have no time already as busy business owners. If that makes sense.
Yep. So you were also talking to me about that first impression. What do you call that in the industry? The initial play button. Is there a word for that?
Just the thumbnail?
Yeah, thumbnail.
Yes. So guys, you need to understand the title tag and the thumbnail are incredibly important.
Yes.
So some of the things you need to look at as far as contrast of the colors with your thumbnail, shocking things like big, bold numbers, like instead of saying, you know, a million, why don't you have a big number, 1000, big numbers attract, bright colors attract.
All right.
We call it clickbait.
So we have some options here. So we are now, they can see the screen and they can see us down lower in the corner. Let me ensure that I hit share screen, which I did. I had a problem with that the other day. So as we're looking at this, you can direct us through and show us some things that you're looking at here and kind of what and why you did.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, guys, do you think I want people to subscribe to my channel? First off, if you want people to do something, you ask them to do it. That's how people's brains are naturally inclined to do what you point to. So we have a big call to action with a bright color at the top right for our channel art. And in the beginning, I was Investor Army, which is about investors, but I opened, we were getting a targeted range of investing community. So I rebranded it to a real estate entrepreneurship channel, which opened up I guess the consumer base to watch the channel. And if you look at our thumbnails, guys, what do you see? You see lots of different contrasts, right? So you see the letters have different colors, which captures people's eyes, because you've got to think when people are funneling through on their phone or through a bunch of other videos, how do you stand out? We have dark red and black contrast, and then around my body, you can see that there's a little white line. They call that framing, and that little break in the contrast can attract the eye. And these little things can be the difference between getting people to click a video or not. Now, the most important thing I think on the front side of getting people to watch it, not after they're watching it, is the title tag. And the best way to find the right title tags is go out there in the industry.
Hey, what about this here?
Oh, we got one.
Oh, whoa, got one.
Hey,
All right. Another
finally.
subscriber. About damn time.
Weeks.
Holy cow. Well, I never log on, so hey, it is what it is.
Well, now that's also important.
Yes.
Because if you guys want to, so I just had a guy on from, we're not going to name people, but you can see who subscribed to your channel. And sometimes when you see someone pop up and subscribe to it, they make them subscribe to your channel. So if there's someone that you're trying to get on their channel and you have a decent following, let's say you have 5,000 subscribers and they have 30,000 like mine, that's still a decent size for yourself. And collaboration videos and sharing audience is a great way to build a channel. And when I see someone that has over 1,000 subscribers subscribe to my channel, I notice it and I reach out to them, or they can maybe reach out to me. So the content creators notice these things, guys. But I was going to talk about title tags real quick. This is important. I'm going to show you the best way to do this.
Okay.
So there's a Google AdWords keyword planner tool. Probably just Google it. You'll see it pop up. But
makes sense.
If you have competitors in the marketplace, what do the best entrepreneurs do? Just like Sam Walton with Walmart, they go out there to study the competition, who's been before them, who's already invested. And so you want to go to other channels that you want to build a channel like. Sort by the oldest video, go to the search metric. You can probably do that if you go to videos. I'll show them how to do this right now.
Okay.
So you go to videos, and then you go to the top right where it says sort by, right above the last one. Yep. And then you'll click date, added oldest, or my bad. Sorry, go to most popular.
Most popular. Yeah.
Sorry, it's early.
So these are your first videos that you did, right?
Correct. Yep.
And then these would be your most popular videos.
Right, and guys, just put out content. If it's bad, you can pull it down. You don't have to. Don't be so concerned. People want to actually see mistakes. People want to see a real person. If they want a perfection, they go to television. For example, my most viewed video, I'm going to kind of embarrass myself here, but we were doing what's called mirroring, which is important. So Michael's, I know, impresses this upon you guys to dress appropriate, dress like the clients you're going to be working with. And so we've started dressing like our audience.
Ah, okay.
And I wore a pink Hollister shirt. I don't know why. And somehow the video got almost 500,000 views. And because I had my assistant go, what are my audience watching, 18 to 25? And that's what they're wearing. And I was like, I got a bunch of that stuff up in my closet.
All right.
So I pulled it out. And I think that's partly why people kind of clicked it, because they're like, why is this old dude wearing a
So now I noticed that you're wearing a chain up here in the upper, in your main picture.
Correct.
So should I be mirroring and pull mine out as well? Is that something that'll help me out?
I could.
It helped? Okay.
So, I don't talk about this a lot. My dad's Presbyterian minister.
Okay.
So I did grow up in the church. I don't ever push this on my channel, but birds of a feather flock together, and I think it builds a deeper following. So if you are, and this can go across any faith system, if that makes sense, people really bond heavily when they have that type of belief system. And so I think a lot of people follow my channel because of that, even though I don't promote it. And no, I don't do that. I never bring it up, but it is what it is me. Yeah. So
yeah. Okay.
I wear it every day. So.
Yeah. All right. So yes. So you had there's 432,000 views on that one video.
And the reason why.
Yes.
And I realized this later, and this is what we're doing more now. So I didn't realize this until a lot later, because as your channel's out longer, you have more data to look back and reflect on. And if you think about who would look at 9 types of houses to never buy.
A lot of people.
Right. I'm targeting mainly professionals in the business, but what that did was it targeted the entire community. All the people that live around here, people that are looking to buy a house, y'all's clients, they want to make sure they don't buy a house to never buy, right? And so I didn't realize what was happening, but I was pulling in from people outside as a professional industry and pulling in from the overall community.
Very broad appeal.
Right.
It was a generic video related to real estate. And that's pretty much about all it was.
Correct.
It wasn't necessarily very, very specific.
Correct.
Okay.
And then, so this is how you decide. So your title tag is very important. This is essentially what people are typing into the keyword or into the YouTube search bar of what they're looking to find. And so I would find channels, because that title tag, if y'all made one similar to that, you're going to get a lot of views, because that means people are searching that view. So you can go out there, and this is real data off real channels that came before you. They've already spent the money and tested the marketplace. You can kind of step in their position, and then you can make variations of the title tags going forward. So every 6 months later, I film a video pretty much similar. We have a video coming out that had a lot of views. I'm going to put one just a little bit tweaked to it, and because it'll get the same type of views going forward.
So it's not that hard. You just have to know the formula. You have to know where to what to follow, whom to emulate, and what to do. You picked up a lot of these different things. So, and you like this one here that we have with 19,000 views, a little bit further down. This one, it appears like it's a newer style that you were putting out.
And that one's going viral right now. And this is important. So you guys, it's a volume game. You're going to have to put out a lot of videos for some to gain traction. Some are going to make a quick run and Google's going to kill it. Some will make a run. That video right there is getting 1,000 views a day right now. And it's kind of making a run. And so maybe 1 out of 75 videos that we put out have gone mini viral, I guess you could say. So in the real estate space, for a smaller niche, like if you're in supplements or weightlifting or cosmetics, 1 million subscribers is not that difficult. I mean, it's tough to do, but it's not that difficult. In our space, it's tough to get to 5,000, 10,000 subscribers because we're a small niche. But yeah, so that video is going viral right now. And so that could be a 100,000, 200,000 view video in the near few months going forward. It's getting about 1,000 views a day.
Wow, this is all some super crazy stuff. I'm really impressed. We're a couple minutes over. So now as an agent, you know that, your time's done. That's all we kind of had to look for. We're kind of in overtime now. And I do have a couple more things if you have just a couple more minutes. I know you have a hard stop to want to get out on time. Yep. But this is just some really, really good stuff that we totally need to keep speaking on. So tell us some big mistakes you made doing this.
Not understanding the backside. I just thought I was going to film videos, trying to be too perfect and wasting a lot of time.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because guys, if you keep this morning, if you just keep trying to refilm videos, you're just wasting your time. And a lot of times we perceive ourselves, we're the most critical on ourselves. And so if you're having or and just like you didn't think the video's good, don't be filming 6 minutes into a video and mess up a little bit at the end and just oh no, I have to redo the whole thing. Just finish it, because people want to see real people, and they know if they've tried to do what you're doing that it's difficult to do it, and they're going to mess up too. So for example, on the video I just put out, I misspelled a word. I said I was meant to say choose instead of chose. You did say that, yeah. Instead of refilming the video like most people did, I just made a stupid joke and put a little caption that said, should say choose before you guys blast me on the channel. And this is in front of thousands and thousands of people. But I could have wasted a lot of time going to refilm it, and your guys' time is so valuable. Just saving an hour a day. So I train our agents on an hour a day is 365 hours a year. Most agents, I know you guys are a little bit high performance team, but most agents don't work 40 hours a week. But if you think about that, an hour a day, 365 hours a year, that's over 2 months of a 40-hour work week. So if you're just wasting an extra hour doing this, you're hurting yourself. So just get it out. And the good thing is, if the video is not great, you can pull it down. So there's really no reason to not, and just go out there and fail forward. Put the reps in. If you go watch my beginning videos, you will realize that I'm telling you the truth, they were not that great. I just kind of failed my way forward as well.
Okay, so by doing it, you get better.
Of course, everything, and it's weird that people don't realize that. I think people that come from sports or military background or understand that you can create skill sets and build, but a lot of entrepreneurs get in. It's if I just can't do it, I just can't do it, or they don't want to pay the sacrifice to learn it. But if you just guys start a little bit here, a little bit there, You'll figure it out. But you also have to do something, audit, and reflect back and say, okay, what could I do better? You guys can sit there and film videos looking in the mirror, watch your facial mannerisms, and just over time, you'll just kind of come into your own swing and you'll build your own kind of flow.
Yeah, this is just really, really incredible to me. And where would you rank yourself? If you're hypercritical on yourself, where would you rank yourself on like real estate YouTube channels as far as like knowledge, experience, TV presence type things? Because you have the most successful in the state of Texas for investors, right, on YouTube. But where do you really rank yourself on those things, and why? How do you get there?
Well, so I'm a real entrepreneur. First of all, I'm not some fake YouTuber, which a lot of people are, and so they're just ripping people like me off. They're watching our videos, and so guys, like, I would not do jump cuts. And what I mean by jump cut is if you go to a channel and they film 10 seconds, film 10 seconds, film 10 seconds, and they're editing it, it's because they're rehearsing what they're saying. So one of the things I've done is I speak straight from the beginning to the video all the end, and I think people perceive that as they know what they're talking about. And when you see people, and when I see someone that's doing a bunch of jump cuts on a complicated topic, I know they're just like memorizing 30 seconds at a time into delivering it. So I would just say, even if you're messing up, just deliver a straight through video. That's one thing. I mean, I know I got a lot to improve. I'm self-critical myself. I'd say I'm like a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
And but compared to most people out there, I'm whooping them, I guess.
Well, that's pretty good.
I think a lot of people.
But being honest on the things is really, really important, right? On where you currently stand. The reason I kind of wanted to ask that question is because you've been very successful here. A lot of it is knowledge based.
Correct.
Right? You have the knowledge and you're putting in the effort, the energy, and the research and those things that go with it. You're not necessarily like the most polished person on YouTube on this specific topic. Right. You could be the most knowledgeable. You could be the hardest working. You could be each one of those things, right? To put this time in, but people like the authentic.
Right. They just give value. One of the things I see a lot of people do is they're scared of competition. They don't want to give out. So like most people give out 5 to 10% of what they should and hold the other 90% back to monetize it later and say, well, we're going to give you a little carrot to dangle in front of you and you want the real information, come pay us $50,000. I do it the other way around, which is I give out anything and everything, and I just know that down the road it will come back to me. So I give out the best stuff I can think of, and I think it's also I actually intend to help people. I think a lot of people are just coming from a position of selfishness and greed instead of servitude, and people will pick that up off of us. I'm pretty sure we're going to find out we have more than 5 senses down the road. People can, it's like when you walk in and I give the analogy like a dog. You can be in a bad mood and they just know instantly they'll react to you different, but you didn't say anything. So people are the same way. They can tell they can feel it off you if you're the real deal or not. So just be real. Don't try to be someone that you're not, because they'll pick it up on you, pick it up, and they won't follow you. That's probably one of the best things I give as far as advice.
Yeah. All right. So that's all really awesome. You do have some stuff that you need to get to today. Super thankful that you came on here with us and are passing stuff forward to us. We're extremely grateful that we can all be learning just a little bit more each day. And what I can tell is that you care and it matters to you. And that's the one big thing that we try to impress upon our clients when we meet with them. And I have a client sit down here with us. I never worry about if they're going to think that we have enough knowledge or enough experience in the industry. That's going to come across. What I always ask them at the end is, do you feel that we truly care about finding your family the best home for them, right? Under the best possible terms. And I go through this whole thing about that. And when they answer yes, then we have a client. They need to feel that we care. Right. And I think you are saying the same exact thing about giving them all the knowledge, trying, just being authentic, that you truly care about each of your subscribers. And I'm one now.
I know. I mean, and think about this, guys. Like, once you become successful, and you know this as well, the money's just there, and you can stack money on top of your money stacks. But I promise you, so I don't really measure my success by my bank account anymore. I do it by the letters that I get in with teardrops on them, the people that stop me at the airports, at restaurants. Those are the things that make me feel good. So that's like so it's a win-win. It's
maybe getting invited on other things like this and that with Acquisto Real Estate TV.
Get to meet a lot of cool people. And I mean, I've had a lot of fun doing that. So you guys just got to get out there and do it, because anybody can do this. Like literally, if I can do it.
We'll talk about your celebrity status. You said you're like an A+ celebrity, you were saying?
Like a Z+.
No.
I'm like a D- celebrity. No, you can become niche famous. So like outside of real estate, nobody would know me.
Okay.
And well, maybe a few people.
Right.
But inside the real estate space, I can pretty much land at any real estate seminar in North America now, and just photos and it's cool. I mean, so some people like that, some people don't. If you don't like that, you may not want to build a public brand, because kind of once the monkey's out of the bag, you can't put it back in there. So it's good and bad. Sometimes it's draining on your energy to stay after and take photos. And
wait a minute here. So you're saying you go to something like, you'd go to an Inman conference or one of those things.
Yeah. Like
you go to Vegas and there's like big real estate thing.
Yeah.
And you just start walking around.
People come up.
And people are coming up to you like you're like a Sports Illustrated calendar model.
Pretty much. And the reason for that, guys, is there's a real psychological reason behind it. So as a young child, what do we do? Especially in our generation, you watch TV. So when you see someone on stage, or you see someone in a magazine, or you see someone on camera, our brains associate a position of leverage power, I guess you could say.
Okay.
They're going to see you guys as credible in your marketplace because you're on camera, whether they realize what's happening or not unconsciously. And so if they watch you on YouTube, it's no different than them watching their favorite movie star or someone that they follow with sports, except it's even more powerful because you're in the industry that they want to be. So these young entrepreneurs coming up that will follow you guys, they are literally watching your video as like I would have Troy Aikman or somebody when I was growing up here. And it's the real deal. People get like excited. It's almost creepy to me because I'm just like a guy. And they get really excited.
Well, again, it's an honor. We'll have applause one more time as we sign off here today. And I have a move that I copied somebody on, so we'll make sure we end with the signature move and get out of here. Thank you guys very much. We will see you next time. Goodbye.